Hi guys, this is Dawn with Fantastic Friends, and today I thought I would come to you with something a little different. Um, as you know, I like to crochet, especially when my arthritis is not bothering me too bad. But I tried something new and realized I could do it, and so I'm going to show you today how it's done because it's really quick, really easy, and if you're interested, I might be able to make some and send them to you for the holidays. What they are hair scrunchies. Yes, I've never made them before, and I finally figured out how to do it. Here's a white one. Now these are done in the velvet yarn, but today I'm going to show you how to do one in regular yarn. I just played around with it with some leftover yarn, and I happen to have some leftover velvet yarn, so that's the reason why these are done in velvet. But this is a white one. If you might recognize this color, yes, this is some of the leftover yarn from the baby blanket. And there's a light blue one. And then here's a dark blue one. I love this one. And then if any of y'all follow Community Cat's channel, if you remember last year, I made her a velvet hat and blanket wrap out of this velvet yarn, and I had some of that left over, and so I made a hair scrunchie out of that yarn. So today I had to go to the store. I had to go to the Dollar Tree and to Walmart to try to find some more packs of hair bands because I only had a few here that had not been used yet at my house. Between me using them and the cats playing with them, I only had a few left that had not been used yet. So I needed some more in order to make some more scrunchies. So today I'm going to be using this beautiful navy, and I'm going to try to make a two-toned scrunchie. I'm going to make the base of it navy, and then I'm going to make some loopy parts of it white. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. So I already have my size H 5mm hook here, and I already have my slip knot on the hook. I have my weaving needle on the side and a space reminder in case I can't find my, because I'm not the best crocheter in the world, I will admit that. But we're going to give it a whirl. Now I went ahead and pulled out a navy hair tie out of the bunch to try to match it with the yarn. And the first thing you want to do is you want to go in and make single crochets around the hair tie. And for anyone that is just familiar with crocheting, you're going to have your slip knot on your hook. You're going to place your hook under the hair tie, grab your yarn and bring it back over, and that's going to give you 2 loops on your hook, and then you're going to wrap the yarn around the hook again, and this is a little tricky, and pull it through your 2 loops. Okay, and now you've got your yarn on your hair tie. That's your first single crochet onto your hair tie. Now you're going to put your hook back underneath the hair tie again, grab a piece of yarn, bring it back up, and you've got 2 loops on the hook again. Grab the yarn again and bring it through those 2 loops, and you've got your single crochet on the hair tie again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that again under the hair tie, grab a piece of the yarn, bring it up, I've got 2 loops on my hook. Grab another piece of yarn and bring it through both of those loops. And there I have my single crochet on the hair tie. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fill this hair tie completely up with that stitch. I'm just going to keep doing that until this is completely filled up. As I'm doing this, going under, around, and then grabbing and coming through those 2 loops, under, grabbing, and then back through those 2 loops. As I go around, I'm going to scrunch these pieces together to make it, so that it's all together so you can't see any of this hair tie underneath. Okay, so once I've filled up my hair tie, I'll be back to show you when I get all the way around to this end. Okay? Okay guys, I finished all of my single crochets all the way around the hair tie. And now what I want to do is, in order to complete the circle, I need to go into the first stitch of the circle, grab my yarn, and slip stitch into that stitch and join. And now I've completed 1 round of single crochet around the hair tie. Now we need to do round 2. Round 2, we're going to be doing double crochet into each of these stitches that we just did, but we're going to be doing 2 stitches into every 1 stitch that we just did. So now I need to chain 3, and I need to yarn over my hook and go into that same stitch that I just slip stitched into, yarn over my hook, go through 2 loops, and go through the last 2 loops, and that is a double crochet. Okay, and that is my 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Now then, here's my next stitch. I'm going to yarn over my hook, go into the stitch, grab the yarn. Now I have 3 loops on my hook. Grab the yarn, go through only 2 loops, grab the yarn and go through the remaining 2 loops. Now I need to do that a second time into the same stitch. There's my 3 loops. Grab the yarn, go through 2 loops, grab the yarn, go through 2 loops. And there is my first and second double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, we're going to do that again into the next stitch. Grab my yarn, go through 2 loops, grab my yarn, go through the last 2 loops, yarn over, back into that same stitch, 2 loops, 2 loops. Okay, and then here's my next stitch right here. I'm going to yarn over my hook, go into that stitch. I've got 3 loops on my hook. Grab my yarn, go through 2 of those loops, grab my yarn, go through the last 2 loops. Now that's my first double crochet, so I need to do it again. 3 loops on the hook, grab the yarn, go through the first 2, and then go through the remaining 2. Now as you can see, this row is starting to like bow, which means it's starting to ruffle. And it's going to start doing that as you go around, because this row is going to be thicker than this row is because we're doubling up on the stitches. So let me go ahead and continue doing my 2 double crochets for every stitch that's on this round, and once I'm done with that, I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm down to the last stitch, so I need to do my last 2 double crochets and it's getting tight in there. Okay, I did it. And then you want to find that last place where you did the chain 3, and you want to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 stitch, and you need to get the whole stitch. Okay, there we go. And see how it's starting to ruffle? Okay, now this is where we're going to change to the white. So now I'm going to change color. And I'm going to add my white. Well, actually this is more like a off-white or winter white. And I'm going to start with the same way I started when I started with the blue. I'm going to start with a slip knot and put that on my hook. And you can start anywhere you want on here. Just start with any stitch. Go through the whole of the stitch. Bring your loop through and do a single crochet to join the yarn. Okay. And what we're going to do now is we're going to make the ruffles for the scrunchie. And for this scrunchie, I'm going to make what they call a 12 chain ruffle. And all that means is I'm going to do 12 single crochets. So see, 12 single crochets. Then I'm going to come down to the very next stitch and do a single crochet to join it, and then do 12 single crochets again. Okay, and then once you have your 12 single crochets on the hook, find your very next stitch, insert your hook, grab your yarn, and do a single crochet. And then again, do 12 single crochet, single crochet, chain stitch. Do 12 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 12. And I found my very next stitch. I put the crochet hook in and do my single crochet. And we're going to keep doing that until we get these loops all the way around. Okay? So I'm going to do that, and once I get that all done all the way around, I'll be back. Okay guys, I've made it all the way around and I'm at my last chain of 12 and I'm about to go into my last stitch. Now make sure that when you get to the end that you do make sure that you do your last stitch. You go in, you do your single crochet, and you do that last 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 chain, and then you're going to end this by going into that first stitch we started out with. And so you're going to go into that where we started the first chain at. You're going to go back into that. You're going to go in. You're going to do a slip stitch, which is not a single crochet. You're just going to do a slip stitch. And you're going to finish off. Okay, and then I'm going to give me some extra yarn to weave in. And we are done. Now the yarns you see hanging right here, I just need to weave in. But there is my two-toned scrunchie, blue and white. The neat thing about doing it like this versus just a plain velvet scrunchie, which don't get me wrong, oh my goodness, these are so soft, is that these are neat for school, for things that have like school colors, or if you're a football fan, basketball fan, anything that has colors that you can then make this scrunchie into the colors that coincide with that. So, you know, like orange and blue, or you can do it for the holidays. So like this could be black and orange for Halloween, or red and green for Christmas. You know, things like that is where then the two colors come into play. And you could use it as a scrunchie, which means, you know, put it on your hair and twist it. Or you can just use this to wrap around a bun. Put your hair in a bun and then wrap this around your bun. So yeah, so there is my video on how I made a fluffy, ruffly scrunchie. Oh, let me get that out of there. That's what I've got to weave in. So there you go, guys. I plan on making a bunch more. If anybody has any ideas on any color combinations that I should do, put it in the comment section, because I don't watch any sports, so I don't have any of that to go on, and I don't have any kids in school, so I don't have any school colors to go on. So let me know what you think in the comments. And then we also have our velvets as well. Thanks, guys. Love, hugs, and kitty kisses. Bye, guys.